have this new resin I'm trying out, Ultra Clear Epoxy Art and Craft Epoxy. It's a very thick, medium, heavy viscosity resin, and sometimes I can't get those resins. So some of my effects that need the thicker resin, I have to wait a really long time to do till the resin warms up and thickens. But this one, I don't have to wait. So I poured it, mixed it, and I'm ready to go. So I am, and it is a 1-to-1 resin. So I'm gonna put a little in my cups. Then I'm gonna set it to the side because we don't need it yet. Next, I put about 1 ounce in this cup, and I'm gonna put Eye Candy Violence Violet. It's kind of a crazy name, but it's violet, and I love all shades of purple. So let's check it out. Just opening the bag to the side. I'm gonna put a little on my stick. Not too much. Then I'm gonna give it a good mix up. Oop, I just sprayed some into my mold. That's okay. We'll work with that. It being a thicker viscosity resin, you do have to work a little harder to mix things in. And I have to try to stir, not as hard as I normally would stir. Isn't that pretty? Has like a black or gray sort of tinge to it. I should read the descriptions of the colors. Well, that didn't work as much as I wanted it to, so let's all right, we just need to wipe it off the mold right now. All right, it should dry before we're ready to do anything. I don't have any paper towels right in front of me. I don't know if you've ever noticed, if you wiped a mold with a baby wipe and then you poured in it, those droplets can show up. So I do try to dry them off before pouring anything in there. Just lightly. Oh, and this mold is from Melb Molds. I think it's super cool. All right, so that one's mixed. For my next one, I'm going to use Let's Resin Ocean White. Starting to get low on my bottle, so I'm going to have to order another one soon. I'm going to use about a pea-sized drop. And I'm also, I was going to use this one, but I decided to use this. I'm going to use a little bit of this Galactic Ghost Violet because I thought, oh, these will go together, right? Let's see if I can not dump some in the mold with this one. So this one I'm going to try to take even less. So I'm putting it on my stick and I'm kind of shaking it off till I get the right amount. I think that's good. Just a very tiny bit. I don't want too much. Let's see how it looks. Usually the white tends to cover it up a little bit until everything's bloomed and changed in the final product. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So you can't really see what we put in, but I know that it's there. Should I do just a little bit more? I feel like maybe I didn't put enough in. Let's do just a little bit more. You know, I have to use caution when putting things in so that I don't put too much to mess up the effect. So I'm just going to do that much more. Just because every once in a while I need to add stuff just to make me feel better, even though it won't have that much of an impact. But it makes me feel better, so I do it. Because a lot of this, what I've learned is you just have to go with your gut. Look at things, see how they go, see how it really didn't show any extra colorant, but a nice big bubble, huh? Because I stirred it a little too fast. All right. So now let's get them in our piping bags. Probably made too much of this purple, but that's okay. These thicker resins I call gooey. They're a little trickier to work with. I really prefer a low viscosity resin, but you can't use it for everything. Talk it into going into the tip of a bag. Give it a nice turn. I'm gonna cut the tip off, just a tiny tip. All right. And I'm gonna stand up so I can see the whole thing clearly. Some people can pour from their cups and do this. I am not one of those people. I have a hard enough time piping it in. I may have to try another round because I see there's some spots that aren't perfectly close that may not move enough. All right, that's in. We have a little bit left. I might be able to use it for something else. Now time for the white. The reason I do the mica powder is it's similar to the Larimar with me. I don't like the white edge. So I like to add a little something. I should try it with a paste. I don't know if I've done that yet, but that would probably work too. All right. And now I'm going to take the white and go right next to the purple. I know I'm making another pass, so any place I know looks a little weird, I'll hit that on the second pass. And then I'm actually going to do another pass because I need enough white that it'll make it to the center. And I have done it before where I haven't added enough white and the design didn't make it to the center. So I'm trying to make sure we get there this time. Maybe one more pass.
Gotta move this in my hand a bit though. I'm going to do one more time just to be sure. All right, I think that's all we're going to go with here. All right, so the next part of this web effect is just pouring our resin in the center and filling the mold. All right, and now we have our alcohol inks. I'm using Ranger inks, Pink Sherbet and Eggplant. Usually I like to go with lighter colors for this effect, but I'm gonna add the eggplant today. I saw some recently where they did the web effect with little bit darker colors, and it actually looked pretty cool. So we'll see how this works out for us. A little spritz over here. Let's see if we can coax that out. All right. That eggplant might have been too dark. We'll see how it works out. So my colors, I was trying to decide which one to use. I might go with the lighter this time. Get some of this goo off my hands so I don't get my bottle all gooey. So I'm just going to take a good bit because this is kind of flat. Let me grab just a little bit more. It's more like a glitter type feel to it. Make sure I push it down so that it gets covered up. I think that's okay. It'll slowly, and I mean slowly because the viscosity is so thick, come in and cover the rest. That almost looks black, doesn't it? Hopefully I didn't mess up our design, but we'll see. We'll be back when it's time to unmold.
All right, we are back. You know, hindsight, it might be too many petals because it wasn't able to build. It might be too narrow. But we'll see. We'll see how it came out. We'll see how it worked out. You gotta try, right? If it didn't work, I might try it with a round mold. Just do a straight round mold. Because I do want to know if this resin will work well with it. All right, it does look kind of cool on this side, right? Oh, actually, I think I like this. I wish there was a backing, but look how cool that is. That actually came out really cool. Oh, a back would have made it 100 times better, but it did work. The web effect. My center might be a little off center, but I'm a little off center, so Very cool. It did work, but I might still try round to see what it does. Thanks for watching.